Hey there, 5 here, coming at you with part 39, my James Bond 3 walkthrough guides. This is the Chunnel. And this is the Chunnel revisited, because we are coming back to go through the secret exit. First, I like to fuel up with some orange ammo, grab some springs for James, using Phineas, come up to the top, and drop my springs immediately. Then walking this way carefully, if you've already completed the level the normal way, make sure you avoid the exit beacon, because it will end the level if you just touch it. Pick up the helmet. Get ahead, get a hot. Rocks and spikes will bounce off your bonds when you wear this natty number pond. And you take yourself a dynamite that's hidden there and blow this up. Pick up your gun and prepare for battle. This hallway has tons of enemies. Right here you're gonna see a turbo worm, a robo rodent, a 49er, and then another robo rodent, and it's possible that you'll see another turbo worm. I just hold my fire button the entire time I walk through that area. Right at that yellow crest on the ceiling, you'll see this Alan McRat come barreling through, and you can trick him by just bouncing on his head a little bit. In this area you can actually ride his head all the way through, but it's best to kill him right here with a little bit of dynamite. Just bounce back and forth over his head. It's not too hard to time. And then just slowly work your way through these hallways, just holding the fire button, taking just a couple steps at a time, and listening for the sounds of your enemies being hit by your oranges, and for the sounds of them walking and or driving. And right here you'll find a star on the ground. If you don't need it, you should really bypass it and save it for later. There are several stars available in this area, but a lot of them are in this early part where you probably haven't been hurt yet, and you probably don't think about it, but later on there's a lot of danger. So I've dropped my gun, and I'm running all the way back to the beginning of the level. This is not 100% necessary. You can do the rest of the level without the spring boots that I'm going to grab, and without using the bomb that I'm going to use, but it is much harder. This is the easiest path through this level. So I'm going to come back, grab some spring boots, give those to James. And we're going to bounce right back up past the exit beacon. Make sure, once again, you avoid the exit beacon if you've already pressed it. Grab this bomb, drop back in, and now you can see if you've cleared all these enemies, all you have to do is just bounce through this hallway. If you chose not to kill the Alan McRat, or you're having trouble, you can't get him for some reason or another, the spring boots will allow you to jump over his head and bypass him as well, but it is very difficult. So I still suggest that you kill him, even if you think you have a lot of trouble with him. So drop your spring boots here for just a second, drop the bomb, walk away from it. That's just to make sure that you're safe. Get the spring boots back. You'll see there was that hidden box there. You don't want to press that yet, that's orange ammo. So you grab this gun, and there are 3 orange ammo boxes in this area. One right there, down with the gun, and 2 up top in the same position on opposite sides of the hole. And you got a star down here and a switch. You must press the switch in order to advance. And you'll see those are the 2 boxes. Now the reason that I got the spring boots is because they give you a unique advantage in this area. So as you come to the top of this hill, you can see that I'm going to be bouncing my oranges over the hill. That is extremely hard to do on foot, although it is possible. You have to constantly maintain your momentum so that you can stay near the top of the hill without going over it. Spring boots allow you to stop dead on the hill's surface, which makes this very nice. Once again, I'm just moving very slowly, shooting as fast as I possibly can, just holding the button, and just shooting and shooting and shooting, and just waiting about every 2 or 3 steps, just waiting to make sure that everything's dead in front of me. Then you'll see these Johnny Rattans come out, and they take a lot of pepper to take down, and they stop at that little rock in front of me, and that's where I stop behind so that they can't possibly touch me, and make sure that they're all dead before I move forward. The 49ers are definitely the most dangerous enemy in this area, but the Johnny Rattans are really dangerous if you decide that you can just move forward as fast as you like, because they will absolutely survive the 4 or 5 hits that you can put on them as you just move forward. So as you get to these moons, you'll notice that there's no enemies. Moons in this area means no enemies, which is pretty nice. And you also notice that these moons are actually kind of designed for the spring boots, so I feel like that's a little hint that they gave us, that you should have spring boots in this area. Right here you'll see 2 49ers, you want to kill them before you go. And then I drop my spring boots just so I can get onto this little island, because this gives me a nice reflection shot onto those two. And then I go back to get the spring boots. And you'll see here in the middle of this area, at the very tip top, there is a midway point. And on the top of each of these islands, you'll find a dynamite. If you want to kill that Alan McRat, by all means, you can. I find that to be a little too difficult, and I just bypass him by jumping over him with the spring boots there. And all you got to do is jump near the edge of that bottom pit, and then jump right over the top of his head. No problem. Springs give you a little bit of up on that worm there as well. And then, once again, just slowly, methodically, shoot down all the enemies in your way as you move forward. And once you get to this long drop-off, if you follow the moons correctly with your spring boots, you can actually land at the very bottom without ever having to bounce on any of those little platforms, but it doesn't really matter. They work to slow your momentum down. They don't really hurt you. There's no enemies until after you pass this box and those 2 stars. And there's a couple of moon men. Be careful of them. I like to stay on that TNT box until I know I'm safe from that one, because he will actually walk into the TNT area. And when you get to this area full of moons, they make you think that the level is over, and it's not over yet. This is kind of the fake ending to kind of fake you out. And right at this ramp to the right is an Alan McRat, and he is going to come down extremely fast down that ramp. So we want to kind of trick him and get him to come down at us without getting hit by him, obviously. So you want to run up, trigger him to come, and then run back as fast as you can. And you'll see him, he just kind of bounces off of this edge, and if you throw the dynamite at him while he's moving towards the edge, he'll trap it in the corner, and then he'll just keep ramming the dynamite until it explodes, and off you go. Shoot a couple of oranges over the edge to kill that first 49er. And possibly the first 2. And then there are 2 more. And once you've gotten to this little drop off there, drop your gun, drop your spring boots, you're almost to the end. Right now in the way is 3 Alan McRats. You could choose to move into that area, kill those 3 Alan McRats, and then do this part. That is totally up to you. I like to do this and just try to bypass them. Blow up that TNT, come down here, you'll find another dynamite, grab that one, run it over here, blow up this crate. If you drop it on the far right edge, you can protect those 1-ups. If you drop it on the left edge, those 1-ups will be destroyed by your dynamite. Once you do that, it'll trigger this bomb to appear. Grab this bomb, run it to the top. Now, if you think that you're going to have trouble bypassing these Alan McRats, you will want to kill them before you grab this bomb, because this bomb is the only safe way to get out of this level. You can use a dynamite to blow up the end, but it will always hurt you. and you'll see that one kind of comes up over the edge there. Once you're past them though, you're totally safe. You can drop it right there. And that is it. If you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.